Hey there guys, how's it going? Back with another video. So, according to reports, the rematch between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has been announced and it's going to be taking place on February the 22nd, so it's going to be coming up in a couple of months. And I believe was it Las Vegas? I believe they said it was going to take place. I think it was Las Vegas. So yeah, apparently the rematch is happening. All indications are that it's going to be on that date. I mean, it's on BoxRec. All the articles are being posted about it, and yeah, according to all the reports, that's when it's going to happen. Now, obviously, you have to be skeptical because both of these guys have a history of pulling out of fights and fights just not materialize. And we know how it is in boxing. Big fights like this tend to have a knack for not really materializing when they're supposed to. So you have to remain a little bit skeptical. But like I said, all indications are that the fight's going to happen. So how do I see this one going? I'm just going to go ahead and get my breakdown and prediction out of the way right now. So you guys might recall when I did my final prediction for the first fight, my final breakdown. To sum that up pretty quickly, to sum up pretty quickly how I felt going into the first fight, because initially I didn't even think the first fight will happen. I was surprised it actually took place. But how I thought the fight was going to go in my prediction is I acknowledged that obviously Tyson Fury is the better boxer of the two. Obviously, he's superior to Deontay Wilder in pretty much every way in terms of boxing IQ and ability and movement and skills and defense and stuff like that. So I acknowledged all that. However, I pointed out that at some point, because of the condition that Tyson Fury was in, because let's be honest, he was in terrible form going into that first fight. Okay, he'd come off that coke binge. He was in terrible shape. He was overweight. He had a couple of stay busy tune up fights where he looked absolute trash. And going into that Deontay Wilder fight, he just wasn't healthy, and I took that into consideration. And I pointed out that at some point, even if Tyson Fury is winning the fight, at some point Deontay Wilder will catch him, and at some point Deontay Wilder will put him down. So I reluctantly picked Deontay Wilder by a late knockout. Now, he didn't get knocked out, Fury, but he did get dropped twice, and that cost him the fight. So I guess in some ways the fight went how I expected it to go. It's just that Wilder wasn't able to finish the job. He wasn't able to stop him. So yeah, with all that being in mind, how do I see this fight going, the rematch, which has taken place a year and a bit later? Let me just be as blunt with this one as possible. This is a straightforward prediction. Assuming this is a real fight, assuming there isn't any corruption involved here, and assuming there isn't any theatrics, assuming this is just a straight up fight that's going to go the way it's going to go and reach its natural conclusion, I don't see a way that Deontay Wilder wins this fight. I think Tyson Fury is going to dominate this fight. I think he's going to absolutely embarrass Deontay Wilder, and I think he's going to stop him. I see Tyson Fury not only beating Deontay Wilder this time, I see him humiliating Deontay Wilder this time. Deontay Wilder is not a skilled boxer, right? We've seen it time and time again. Every time the guy gets in the ring, he's getting outboxed, he's getting outlanded, and eventually, he mysteriously at some point just develops like a shotgun in his right hand, and as soon as he clips an opponent, they go down like a sack of spuds. And I've spoken in the past about how my suspicions about a lot of Deontay Wilder's opponents. Let's just say that I don't think a lot of Deontay Wilder's fights are real. I think a lot of them are just staged events where his opponents, they're just paid to go down. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, we've seen so many suspicious fights with Wilder, like the Malik Scott fight where he just bitch slapped the guy and the guy jumped to the floor as if he'd just been hit with a baseball bat. We saw the same thing against Stavern. I mean, Stavern was able to take Wilder's punches for 12 rounds the first time and never even came close to getting stopped. In the second fight, as soon as he took a punch, he went down like a sack of spuds. It was ridiculous. So I think a lot of Deontay Wilder's fights have been fake. I don't think he's, this narrative about him being the biggest puncher in heavyweight history, I think, is manufactured. I don't think it's real because we've seen fights like the Johan Duhaupas fight and the Artur Spilka fight where it took him a long time to get those guys out of there, and he was landing big punches early on, and it wasn't really having an effect. And then all of a sudden, late in the fight, he lands a punch which now all of a sudden, again, it's like having it's like he's got a shotgun in his right hand. It's fucking crazy where the power comes from. I don't get it. But I don't see him landing those type of punches on Tyson Fury. If he couldn't knock out a out of shape, you know, Tyson Fury coming off a coke binge, how on earth is he going to knock out a healthy, fit, motivated, in shape Tyson Fury? I mean, the difference in this fight, assuming this is a real fight, and assuming Tyson Fury doesn't get clipped with a with a half slap and then do like three backflips and land flat on his face, assuming it's not like something out of Mortal Kombat or whatever, just some real theatrics. Assuming we don't see something like that, something out of Dead or Alive. Hopefully, this is a real fight, because if it is, this is going to be a real bad night for Deontay Wilder and a real bad night for his fans. I'm telling you right now, because the difference in this fight is going to be astronomical in terms of movement. I mean, Tyson Fury is so fluid on his feet. He's one of the best movers in the heavyweight division. His footwork and his balance while running backwards and throwing those little half slaps while he moves. He's so difficult to pin down in the ring. That's one of the things that pretty much everybody who he's fought has had problems with. They've had problems pinning him down. Even in the first fight, Deontay Wilder had no idea what to do when Fury was on the move. He had to catch Fury when he was stationary. So, I mean, Fury's going to be in shape this time. He's going to be slim. He's going to be toned down. He's going to have better hand speed. He's going to have better stamina. He's going to be more durable. He's going to be more motivated because he knows he can get the better of Deontay Wilder. So he's probably going to let his hands go. Because in the first fight, Tyson Fury wouldn't let his hands go. I mean, yeah, when he would throw punches, he was effective, but he spent most of the fight holding and most of the fight leaning and most of the fight dancing and throwing feints and all that stupid shit that he does. He just needs to, when he's moving around, right, Fury needs to have a stiff jab, as far as I'm concerned. Stick that stiff jab in Deontay Wilder's face, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing Deontay Wilder can do. Deontay Wilder has no skills, right? He's very limited. Deontay Wilder is very predictable. Deontay Wilder windmills his punches. When he windmills those punches, all Tyson Fury has to do is throw some uppercuts and hooks and, smother him inside and just shorten those punches. He knows how to do these things. So I don't really know why he didn't do these things in the first fight. In the first fight, he just spent the whole fight holding, and it was a performance that, for me, looked so rusty from Tyson Fury the first time. I just felt that he let Deontay Wilder have opportunities that he didn't need to have. And watching that fight again, it's very clear that wasn't a very well prepared Tyson Fury. So I think this time I'm going to put my faith in Tyson Fury right now. Okay, I know I've been very critical of Tyson Fury in the past. I'm not a fan of the guy. All right, I never have been, but I'm going to put my faith in him right now, and I'm going to say he is going to dominate Deontay Wilder. He's going to beat Deontay Wilder and humiliate him to the point where I could see Deontay Wilder's corner throwing in the towel, and I could see them pulling him out, because I don't see, logically, any way that Deontay Wilder could deal with Tyson Fury's movement, with Tyson Fury's hand speed, with Tyson Fury's footwork, with Tyson Fury's defense. Wilder cannot land clean punches on a healthy Tyson Fury. He can't. Okay, he can't outbox Tyson Fury. He's not going to outbox him. Right, you can completely throw that narrative out the window. If Wilder thinks he's going to go in there and all of a sudden he's going to be dancing like Muhammad Ali and he's going to out-jab and outbox Tyson Fury, he's crazy. That ain't going to happen. All right, he needs a knockout. He needs a knockout, guys. How is he going to win this fight on points if there's no corruption involved? The only way Wilder wins this on points is if he scores multiple knockdowns again, or if there's American judges that are going to take it off him. And I can't see that. I can't see them robbing Tyson Fury. I really can't, because there was an uproar in the first fight when most people felt that Fury was robbed, and I've got a feeling that isn't going to happen twice. I kind of feel like this Deontay Wilder story has kind of run its course, and I think that the American boxing establishment have spent too long protecting Wilder, and You're giving him all these fake fights and giving him scorecards that he doesn't deserve. I mean, so many fights like the Spilker fight and the first the first Stavern fight. Sorry, the first Luis Ortiz fight where they had Wilder winning even though he was losing every round. I mean, I think there's been a lot of corruption go Wilder's way, and I think that his career's come to an end now. I think Tyson Fury. I'm going to put my faith in Tyson Fury right now. I think he is going to humiliate Deontay Wilder. I really do. I think he's going to potentially make Deontay Wilder quit, because it's going to be the type of situation where where Wilder just doesn't know what to do, and he's bewildered and bemused, and nothing's going his way, and I can see Wilder getting stopped. So I'm going to go with Tyson Fury by a technical stoppage. That's how I see this fight going. I think Fury is going to school Deontay Wilder, and I think he's going to force a stoppage. That's how I see this fight. If I'm wrong, then there's got to be some fuckery going on, because how can Deontay Wilder win this fight? Give me a logical breakdown. Somebody give me a logical and clear breakdown of a legitimate way, of a way that Deontay Wilder could somehow outwit and outbox Tyson Fury. How's that going to happen? It's not. All he has is a puncher's chance. Obviously, Wilder could win by knockout. He has a puncher's chance, but that's all he has. All right, so I'm picking Tyson Fury by stoppage. Let me know what you guys think. That's how I see this fight going. And if Tyson Fury takes a dive, or if Tyson Fury all of a sudden, if he shows up out of shape or something, then yeah, that gives Wilder a chance. But assuming everything's all legit, I'm picking Fury by stoppage. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and God bless.